Next up, competitor number 9, automated analysis of cardiac right ventricular function.
Hi, I think I mentioned this in the morning as well. Heart diseases are still the leading cause of death. So most of us here today is going to face a reality one day. And like we have lots of improvement in the technology, but why is it still hard? Because we don't make use of the technology well. For example, we have the MRI images, but the MRI images are usually analyzed visually, and it produces a lots of images. And to analyze this by a human being is not that easy within the limited time. So our approach is to automate the analysis. So you can produce lots of measurements based on these images that we don't currently do. Most of the time, we only stick to the systolic analysis of the cardiac function. We rarely go for the diastolic analysis with the MRI images. Rarely we look into the regional problems. Rarely we analyze what happened in the past and what's happening now. So the follow-up exams is not all the time have all the measurements, I would say. So most of the time, the analysis currently conducted in a visual manner. So radiologists will look at these images and visually assess them. So these measurements are subjective. So our approach will provide an objective assessment of the cardiac function. And there are several players currently in the market. Some of them are like from Calgary. Circle CVI is from Calgary, and there are global players in this market as well, GE, Siemens, and Tomtec. One of the key component in coming to analysis is the accuracy. So if we can produce some accurate results, then we can move forward with this technology. So what is preventing computers coming into practice for these kinds of application is they are still working on the accuracy or to improve the accuracy. We published several articles on this technology. We even participate in one of the competition, and where we produced the best accurate results. Also, we can generate multiple more measurements than what we generate now. We can generate strain analysis, we can do ejection fraction. There are so many cardiac measurements that we can do with this technology. And one of the major advantage of our method is that most of the existing software, they don't work well with the right ventricle because it doesn't have a predefined shape. Also, in our method, we also showed that our method works well with hearts with not a regular shape, so heart with disease conditions, such as congenital heart disease, such as hypoplastic left heart syndrome. We actually filed a patent to protect our IP, and we are looking forward to do more clinical trials to bring this to clinical practice. Thank you.
Questions?
Right, to your left, Leah, right there.
Here we are.
What's your plan after the clinical studies are done?
Can you repeat that again?
How do you plan on commercializing after you're done the clinical studies, which seems like the next step?
So there are two options. One is we can provide this as a standalone software which can be put on any post-processing workstation in a hospital. The other option is we can always create a plugin that can go with the existing software. Since we are a small group, what we mainly focused on the accuracy of getting the contours, but there is much more that can be done with the software. So if we go with the plugin option, what other companies can do is they can take our contours and they can generate the measurement on top of that.
Okay, anybody else?
Oh, over here in the corner. I should just hang out next to you, John, hey?
John Connolly, as far as future development, you mentioned PACS on your slide. Have you approached them to be able to see about whether they would be willing to integrate this type of technology or other imaging commercially available systems?
We haven't approached any players in this field yet. We would like to do more studies to have some solid results so that we can present to any software, any post-processing software manufacturers. So right now, we haven't reached anyone yet. So if there is someone in the audience, we would like to talk to you.
So this may seem like a wild and crazy question, but it sounds like you're still trying to use MRI.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so huge wait lists for MRI. Why not use ultrasound to do this?
Yes, at this point, we are not there yet. Say, when it comes to certain kind of cardiac function analysis, we still have to rely on MRI. The regional analysis is done in MRI. It's the cardiac function analysis is most of them are done in MRI, and there's a reason why there's an big MRI market, because some of these things is still or the ultrasound is not there yet for some of these analyses. So it's like these two modalities focus on different aspects. So depending on the heart conditions, the doctors will prescribe ultrasound or MRI.
So you might want to look up a company called VentriPoint out of Seattle that is doing it that way, and they're a big competitor to what you're trying to do in a cheaper way.
I think the VentriPoint is currently focusing on ultrasound images, and so they are actually the competitors of MRI imaging if you look at that way, not the post-processing software. As long as the MRI machine is there, we still have to develop something so that we can automate these images.
Different stage then, okay, good. Anybody else? Thank you.
Thank you.